Some bad news for the SNP Green government up in Scotland as Humza Yousaf's administration is falling apart, all thanks to the idiocy of our politicians and the Scottish establishment. Let's talk about Lorna again. Let's talk about Lorna Slater, one of the top senior government ministers who's a member of the Scottish Green Party, but obviously is in the same government as Humza Yousaf. That's the whole arrangement between the SNP and the Green Party. Now, the problem with this is that Lorna has already been exposed on this channel and some other independent outlets on various issues, including being a little bit dodgy or misusing taxpayers' money. But she also had this massive scheme, a very, very good policy program to destroy the people of Scotland, basically in the name of net zero, in the name of helping the environment. In reality, it was a cash cow scheme that completely failed. This is about Scotland's Deposit Return Scheme, the DRS. So there is now a motion of no confidence that has been successfully tabled and submitted by the Scottish Conservatives against the Scottish Minister Lorna Slater. Slater, the Scottish government's Minister for Green Skills, Circular Economy and Biodiversity, I'm pretty sure she has no idea what any of those words mean, has recently come under fire as the MSP responsible for Scotland's Deposit Return Scheme. Now, it was confirmed earlier this month that the scheme will not begin until October 2025 at the earliest. Slater claiming changes imposed by the UK government made it impossible for the plans to go ahead as planned. No, because your plans were absolutely idiotic. Now, the announcement marked the fourth time that the scheme has been delayed. On Monday evening last night, Scottish Conservative MSP Liam Kerr submitted a motion of no confidence in Slater, and they're all freaking out now in the SNP Green establishment. Now, the motion on the Scottish Parliament's website says that the Parliament has no confidence in the Minister for Green Skills, Circular Economy and the Biodiversity in light of the failure of the proposed Scottish Deposit Return Schemes. Now, if a no confidence motion gets support from 25 members of the Scottish Parliament, then the Parliamentary Bureau schedule it for debate and a vote, which will easily happen because they have the numbers. Now, I'm pretty sure there are also so many other reasons to target people like Slater or Humza Yousaf himself as First Minister. Now, this is a good, logical move to make because it's policy-based and it's not really about personal vendetta or personal emotions, unlike Harriet Harman and her committee, the Privileges Committee in Westminster. That was mostly personal. That was mostly an emotional targeting of one former MP. But this one is policy-based. But at the same time, Lorna Slater and her colleagues have also been exposed as being hypocrites or misusing taxpayers' money. This scheme alone has been a complete mess and it hasn't been officially launched. They don't even know what they're going to do with people's money. Well, maybe they could buy some camper vans, motorhomes, maybe. I don't know. It's just a suggestion. I don't know. Now, the Scottish Greens have called this vote a cynical and shameless political stunt by an increasingly desperate party. I mean, two things could be true. The Scottish Tories could be desperate, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be cynical or shameless political stunt. The Green co-leader, Patrick Harvie, yeah, that's another beauty, in the words of Trump, he said, Lorna has been at the forefront of delivering a fairer, greener and better Scotland. Well, we're still waiting to see that, but okay. She has overseen a record investment in wildlife and nature, an end to the new incineration of and a ban on the worst single-use plastics. She always puts Scotland first. That is not Scotland. That is a globalist agenda pushed by people like Attenborough and Greta Thunberg. That's nothing to do with Scotland. Okay. Patrick Harvie continues by saying, I am proud to work with Lorna in her capacity as a party co-leader and as a minister. The politics that she represents are everything that the Tories rail against. Well, good. So, it is no wonder that they are attacking her in the spiteful and often misogynistic way. Oh dear God, here we go again. They brought in her gender. Firstly, Patrick Harvie, did you just assume Lorna Slater's gender? How dare you, Patrick? Very, very naughty of you. Secondly, why does everything have to do with that? It's like Nicola Sturgeon. Her allies and colleagues came out and said, well, the reason they arrested her husband and the treasurer of the SNP, who was also male, is because of misogyny. And I think that these guys up in Scotland, the SNP establishment and the Scottish Greens, probably need a new version of the dictionary. I mean, or even the old version. They just need a bit of a, as the communists would say, re-education. Send them to the re-education camps, to the gulags. Yes, let's do it. All right. It's completely nonsensical what's going on here. Anyway, Patrick Harvey finished this by saying only the Tories would have the audacity to move a motion of no confidence in the leader of another party on the very same evening that the MPs were voting to seal the fate of their lying, duplicitous and shamed former Prime Minister Boris Johnson. I love party politics. I mean, that's sarcasm. You're all as bad as each other. You're all terrible. And when one of you or one party gets into trouble, they have to make it about the others. It happens from both centre left and centre right, whether it's the Conservatives or the Labour Party or the Liberal Democrats or these green nutters. It's all idiocy. It's just an S show. And again, a lot of distraction tactics by the media, by the political establishment. They're not talking about the real issues. And this is a real issue. We have to report on the motion of no confidence. This could be the beginning of potential collapse of the SNP Green government. Well, I mean, they're going to go down eventually, and the Scottish Labour Party are coming up. Now, can anybody stop that? Definitely not the Scottish Tories, because they're Scottish Tories. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.